season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
They're hoping to get rid of that interception ball. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
The second down throw for Young.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Young on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, nice move.
Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Buying time to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. The slot man in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Tutu Atwell. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Meanwhile, Young's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now here's Young.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. On the give, it's Warren.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Here is Young.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. It's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
That throw by Young incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Purdy off the play fake.
Touchdown! A great play there. 30 yards.
And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Moody for the PAT.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So on that drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
21-0 our score. After Panther football to start quarter number 2. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Young to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
I think he has to be saying to him.
Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And Young's throw there incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Brock Purdy and the 49ers out for their next possession.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Niners open the lead up to 34-0. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Carolina offense about ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And Frank?
Oh, Young loses it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Play action, now Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. Third down, Young from the gun. It's just their first.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers will take over possession here up at the 44. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time,
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Niners just continue to roll. Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Young now. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Ready.
Final play of the half, Young. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we'll head up to Las Vegas. Check in on the Raiders at home in Allegiant Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. 27-21, your final. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He had a half for the ages, touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be.
And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. This will be caught at Samuel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown! George Kittle from 13 yards out. And the 49ers extend their lead yet again. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
Here we go. 22 needle. Right, 97. Shot, 17. Set.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Shot. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Young. And that is incomplete.
The second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. 47 yards. Woods. And the Niners have got it on cruise control. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. Looking to throw, Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 18. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They go play action here. Purdy. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regulars. And it's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Young to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. So no gain on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Nick Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he fields it cleanly. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
A second down throw for Purdy. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining.
Touchdown 49ers! Danny Gray, 29 yards. And the Niners add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up.
He's got a man, complete, and it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers are pouring it on. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now Young.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Tutu Atwell
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result. As a quarterback, you got to be cautious. You got to understand where the pressure is going to come from. This time, it's a cornerback coming after him. And this time, the cornerback just a bit late getting to him. The penalty assessed.
Young's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Young. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Young.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and long for Young. Fighting through pressure.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Now he's loose, got it off sideline. Inside the 10.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Extra point try now for Moody.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now, 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
Young will set to throw. And he's going to go down again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now 3rd down and very long. To throw, Young. Fighting to stay upright. And this is going to be...
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
This is taken at the 23. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Purdy off the play fake.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Purdy.
He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.